Hi, I'm Sammy, and I coming here to make a quick video to just explain why I have come to the conclusion that I can no longer continue watching LBE's videos, Bertha and Boston videos, Still Classy's videos. I just cannot continue watching these basket makers videos like I did before. I am a part-time basket maker. So I don't do it full time. It's just something I do during certain holidays. Initially, it started with Mother's Day and Valentine's Day, and now I'm doing Mother's Day, Valentine's Day. This year I did Father's Day. But how did I start doing Father's Day? Watching these masters, just watching them every day, getting tips and getting ideas, and they said, hey, we're going to do Father's Day. The idea of doing Father's Day never crept into my mind. So I decided, hey, I'm going to go out there. I was motivated by all of them. I'm like, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to see what it's like to do Father's Day. So I said, I'm going to make this many baskets. Of course, I did more than what I said I would do, and I went out there and I sold some baskets. Now I did bring quite a few items home, but it just gave me inventory for Valentine's Day and the next days, the next basket creating period for myself. So another thing, okay, so I'm just gonna tell you guys like right off the back. The number one reason why I can't continue watching them every day is I bought this for a penny. I put this in my basket. I made this whole basket. I paid $10. I'm gonna sell this whole basket for over $100, and that's gonna be like $100 profit for me. Well, needless to say, little old Sam right here is not able to catch all of those sales. Like it's almost impossible for me to find a penny item. Like I've tried doing a penny item sale, and that's going to be on my next bulletin. What happens when I? So yes, I've been penny shopping and I found a few pennies, but nothing very meaningful. Not like the masters find. They find all these pennies. But my number two reason why I can't keep watching them every day is this is on sale. So now I'm all excited. Oh my God, that's on sale for 90% off. I'm running out the house. I'm going shopping because I want to have inventory for the next time I start creating baskets for my next season. So I'm out there shopping and they're out there. I bought the whole shelf. Look at all this I have. And granted, I'm no stupid woman. I know I have to buy for, myself, calculate my own means and my, financial situation and my storage situation and all of that. But I'm still out there shopping. And like, I am a shopaholic, a recovering shopaholic, I must say, because I did tame that back. I stopped shopping so that I would not get addictive, have that addictive shopping situation going on. So I started doing these shopping for these discounts and these penny sales and these what's on sale for 90%. And I started just overbuying to the point that my storage was my garage and it is jam packed. I refuse to do like the masters because they do this full time. This basket maker and making, and they buy storage units. They have extended their homes for their crafting area. They have sheds in their backyard. Like I'm not making that type of money on selling my baskets where I've elevated to having all this storage, additional storage that's bought and paid for. So I'm in the store and I'm thinking like, oh, wipe the shelf. Well, of course I can't wipe the shelf. I'm not gonna even try to wipe the shelf. But if it was a penny, maybe I'll try. But like the robes went on sale for CVS. So I got a video, woke up early that day, saw birthing bosses with Felicia. And I said, oh my gosh, so she said these robes are on sale CVS. Now I knew from when I did my Valentine's and my Mother's Day, I never had enough robes. And I was looking at their videos and I was like, oh, I got this robe, it paid this low cost. And robes I had to pay, I was paying top dollar for my stuff. Not top dollar, but more than what they were paying. So I'm like, oh my God, this is my opportunity to get this stock for my baskets for Mother's Day. I have all and as well as Valentine's Day, and have some decent robes without paying a whole lot of money. So I rushed out to CVS, and I see the robes. I asked the cashier. She said, "Oh, they're not on sale," and I'm like, "I'm going to go scan it." I scanned them. They were on sale, so I got me a cart. Their carts were so tiny, but I got so many robes, so many slippers. I wish I would have never got those slippers though, because I could get the like those slippers. I think they wind up being $6, maybe $4. I don't know, but slippers you could find for $2. So I was just like, I wish I would have been really processing things. But at the moment, I was excited. I wanted to get these robes. I should have got more robes than slippers, whatever. But I got a lot of robes. I wound up spending over $200 that day. All these rose stuff. I still had that stuff in the garage. I haven't even used not one of them yet because I did Father's Day baskets for Father's Day, and I haven't started. My next thing would be Valentine's Day, so I'm going to start using those roses for Valentine's Day. So anyway, I spent over $200 on it. So I haven't sold any of that inventory because it's still sitting in the garage. Then they say something else is on sale, like something Father's Day went on sale at Walmart. So I'm in there shopping to get 90% off. I'm just buying all this stuff, right? And then while you're in there, you see other stuff that you're like, okay, it's not. I'm like, I'm just buying stuff. Then I go to the dollar store and I'm buying totes for baskets. I'm buying cups. I'm buying. They're like, oh, this is a good concept. I'm in there buying the body wash. I'm buying that. I'm buying Bath and Body Works going on sale. So I was constantly buying this. Timo, buying. I haven't made a basket yet. Now, granted, I didn't make Father's Day baskets, but I started buying it after Father's Day, during Father's Day, for the other seasons, like for women's, because initially my baskets were geared towards women. But now that I've done Father's Day, I have some inventory for males. So for Valentine's Day, I am going to have male gifts. But I do not plan to add to my inventory because I have so much. I'm not gonna say I have so much, but I've bought so much. I've spent so much on so many different things that I need to get this inventory out of my garage and turn into some cold hard cash because I put this stuff on my business credit card. So now I have this balance on my business credit card because I constantly went back shopping. Every time they say, "Oh, penny sale, 70% off, 90% off at Dollar General." I'm at that sale. I kept trying to keep up with these sales. So I said I had to stop watching because every time you look around, they have a cart full of stuff and they got all this stuff for this little money. And I've just never been that lucky with pennies. But I have found some stuff for the 70% off and 90% off. And that adds up. So I'm going into the Dollar Tree. I'm leaving out a Dollar Tree with $100 bill. Cause $1.25 adds up so fast. Like you don't even realize how much you're spending when you are in there picking up stuff. So if you see the dollar stuff is adding up that fast, imagine how this 90% off stuff is adding up. It's all adding up. And so I'm sitting this inventory in my garage. Now I probably should get myself together and do Etsy or something and start marketing to sell some of these items out of my garage just so I can start getting some money, turning this inventory into money some kind of way because I am kind of put myself in debt with this here because I'm part time. I don't do it full time. So that's another reason why I can't keep watching these masters because they are doing it full time. They're making their money. They're selling baskets consistently. They are getting big, huge orders throughout the year, and they're doing their thing. Hats off to them, but I'm just a small basket maker, so I have to stay in my own lane. But their energy and they're so motivating. It gets me so excited that I'm like, yeah, I could do it too. Yeah, I could go out there. I could get this sale. I could get these items. I could find top shelf items, and I can't. I just can't no more. Yeah, I have to identify my limits, and I'm at my limits. I mean, my garage is is just in shambles. I'm trying to get it organized so that when I do start making my baskets, I will know what I have and things of that nature, so that I can make the basket have the most efficient system for making my baskets and get the most items out to be sold. So I have to see and know what I have. So I have to organize my garage now because it is all these. I'm just constantly buying stuff. I was constantly bringing stuff in. And if anybody has ever been a shopaholic, you know my pain. You gotta know my pain because It's just, and then when you have a card and you could just buy whatever, it's yeah. So I had to get that together and start selling some of these items. Number three reason why I just can't keep watching these basket creators every day is it can be frustrating. It can be frustrating seeing so many people being so successful with finding pennies or finding all those great 90% off items, and you go to the store and you find one item, two item for a penny, but you wind up having to pay, more money for items to put in your basket, and you can't make the profit that you see them making or them saying that they make. So it can get a little frustrating, like, am I, digging a hole for myself? Am I digging a hole for myself by constantly um, buying things and putting them, trying to make the baskets look full, and trying to make them look, um, the way presentable. You want them to look. You don't want them to look cheap or anything. You want them to look appealing to the customer. So you wind up putting these items that you paid more than a penny for, and it adds up on the price of what you were putting in your basket. And yes, you can adjust your price accordingly to sell the basket, but is the basket going to sell for that adjusted price? Is the question. Sometimes yes, sometimes I wind up having to lower my prices some towards the end of the season. Now I don't do dramatic lower, but I do kind of have my prices. I do have my dream prices when I initially go out there. These are my dream price, which has in there a cushion for reducing the price. So yeah, so that is something I do. But but I just say it could be frustrating sometimes being a small basket maker and you're watching these upscale big producers of baskets just working their magic. So you just got to remember, like, your what's meant for you is for you. It's like what's meant for me is for me, and I can't be looking at what another person have and be like, feeling some kind of way. I got to be thankful for what I have and do the best with what I have and God gives me. So that is what I'm have to do, is work with what I already have and then go from there, because I keep seeing, like, today I think I saw something about Pop Shelf, and so I'm like, oh my God, Pop Shelf $1. I gotta go wipe the shelf. And I'm like, wait a minute, girl, you can't go to the store. You don't have no room for inventory. You haven't sold none of the items you bought, like thousands of dollars worth of stuff. You haven't even sold. You haven't even made the basket. You haven't even started making the baskets for Valentine's Day. And so you can't go to Pop Shelf. So I had to tell myself, I had to sit myself down and talk to myself, let myself know, you cannot go to Pop Shelf, girl. Stop looking at the baskets. Stop looking at that penny list. Uh, just stop it. Just stop all of it, until you get some of this stuff inventory out of here and sold and turned into some cold hard cash. You can't. The brakes are on. The brakes are on. So what you got to use it to the best of your abilities, because the brakes are on right now. You got to produce. So these are the reasons why I can no longer watch the master basket makers every day like I used to. Number one is because they always find items for a penny, and that's not something I'm able to do. I can't just buy a bunch of penny items. I wind up spending more for my items. Number two is I'm always chasing those sales, and I can't afford to wipe shelves and buy inventory, have limited space, and I'm going in debt. And number three is it's frustrating. It could be frustrating when you're seeing them making these baskets, talking about, oh my God, I made this whole basket for $5, and you spent $10 on one of the items inside your basket that's probably going to be sold for $80 or something like that. So it could be frustrating. So my hat goes off to all these great basket makers, these full-time basket makers. I appreciate each and every one of them. Like, their content is amazing. Like, I'm telling you, very motivating. Like, it's motivated me, and it's gotten me in shopping. Like, back in my, I'm in withdrawals now because I've like scaled back and stopped again. So pretty soon I'll be back, recovered shopaholic. But it had got me back into that shopping, like a holic type situation, and I just can't allow that to happen. But I just thankful to everybody that does share their art that they create in their basket ideas with the masses. It's very helpful. It's very inspiring. I just can't watch it every day anymore. I'm sorry. I love you, but I can't watch it every day anymore. I just can't. I got to get my willpower together. But I am Sammy of Sammy's World. Peace.